Good afternoon. I'm George Latimer, Westchester County Executive, and we want to thank the Governor and his team for terrific leadership that has helped us in local government in our area, both the mayor and myself as local government officials, in being able to deal with this pandemic in a real-world context. The site located at the county center, it's a county facility, we turned it over to the state, and with their leadership and their organization, they turned it into a site where over 2,000 people a day are getting vaccinated, 7 days a week, 11 hours a day, and that has really contributed tremendously to the amount of people in Westchester and in our neighboring counties in the Hudson Valley to be able to get that vaccination. And we owe a debt of gratitude to the state and the leadership to make that happen. This facility here in Yonkers, we're very excited to know that now anybody 60 and older can walk up and get a shot very easily, and at least that deals with one of the many reasons why we have some vaccine hesitancy, which is the convenience factor. We know that a lot of folks are not always comfortable going on a computer, having those skills necessary to know how to get an appointment. And in the early stages of this, when appointments were hard to get, it discouraged people. But this announcement now, and of course I see all across this large state of ours, similar centers available, we think this is going to help dramatically. I know the mayor will talk about it more specifically since it's here in his backyard. I too want to join the voices in appreciation for our members of the National Guard. The work that they've done, the work that these men and women have done have been really exemplary. And if we go back to the beginning of the pandemic in March of a year ago, the first concentration of documented cases came here in Westchester County. And it was at that time that members of the National Guard were deployed by the governor to help our colleague and friend, Mayor Bramson of New Rochelle, deal with certain issues in New Rochelle at the outset of this. So they have been there for us all the way through this process, and we could not have accomplished it without this type of situation. Very briefly, I received 2 shots of Moderna, and I had the same fears that many people did. Like many of us, I go onto the internet, I consult Dr. Google, who will tell me all kinds of scary things, and I talk to everybody else in my age cohort, and I know I'm older than Mike and older than the governor and older than Andrea, so you get a little scared, and you say, gee, what's going to happen to me? It's a human reaction. That's not an unrealistic situation. You fear what you don't know. However, for me personally, the second shot reaction was nil, other than the standard sore arm. But the sense of confidence now to go out in the community and function rises dramatically. And it's true of everybody once they go through the vaccination cohort, whatever that is. And that is the path to the reestablishment of our economy the way we want it to be. How many of us say, I'm tired of wearing a mask. I'm tired of having to socially distance. I started out before in government. I started as a sales and marketing executive. You shake hands, you pat people on the back, and you interact with them in a certain way. And you don't do that now because of this. The path back to normal is through vaccinations. And whatever the fears are, people are afraid, what's the reaction going to be? We've had 1 million+ people, many more than that in this state, who've been vaccinated with no ill effects. There's some folks who have an ideological element to it. This is not about ideology. It's about public health. And the fear factor and whatever other factor is there is what's blocking us from fully opening our economy. I was talking with Assemblyman Sage about the catering situation. The governor has been very careful about what gets open and what percentage and those things. We open fully if we're fully vaccinated. And then we know we've got that confidence. So it's hard to express how important this opportunity is. This governor allows for more of us to get vaccinated here in Westchester County, and for those in the Bronx and those in Orange and Rockland County. We don't have moats at the borders of these governments. We're one state. In fact, we're one nation. And together, we are going to get through this. But the vaccination is the root. So for those of you who have any vaccine hesitancy, please understand that this is how we get back to normal. And the faster we get back to normal, the faster we'll enjoy our lives every day. Thank you very much.